Alright, so this new character, the goth waifu lady, I'm not gonna say her name. I can't. Has just come out, and she is a very, 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 very good deer character. I've already used her on stream, and I already can tell you that she makes the deer more manageable, much more easily doable, and not as frustrating to do. It's still not going to be a 100% win rate every time because of how the passives work, but still. Speaking of waifu, Gamer Subs is a really good variety of waifu merch for you to buy alongside their really good energy drinks. And I also would promote the shaker, the waifu shakers, but they never have stock for that shit. Please, please add more stock for this. I can never get more. So use code NAG at gamersubs.gg if you want to get really good at gaming. And I can say that because I have a 6.3 KD in Warzone. I'm not joking. This is my this is my Warzone profile. I have a 6.3 KD. I have a problem. We're gonna go in because she does a lot of stuff. So this is a team I'm gonna be using. I use the team on stream as well. I would replace the end with Matrona here actually, but this will be like faster. So for the sake of this video not being 1 hour long, we're gonna go with this. But Matrona with her healing will be very good. So her passive gives every single ally a 30% stat boost. The lasts for 2 turns, every single turn. Then when 3 allies use 1 or more skill each, all allies will have the effect reapplied. But heroes that have the heroes that attack after the effect has been applied have it removed from themselves. So that's a little complicated, but let's say here. So I'm gonna do the one, her, Melly, and Diane. Every single person is gonna get another 30% stat increase, but Diane, because she's attacking after the stat has been applied, she will lose the stat buff. Essentially, it's how it goes. See, she lost it, but all the other characters, they okay. They have the 1 stack, and then next turn they're gonna get another stack. It's just so, like, I don't know. That was such a complicated thing to add to her passive, but whatever. Yeah, now they have 2 stacks. And bro, look at Escanor with 4 gray buffs on top of his head. Let me open him up. 36,000 attack. Look at all these stats. Plus 72% to all the stats. This is insane. Like 300% crit damage. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mally with full stacks plus this is nutty, right? So when I did do on stream the run, like on stage 3 or floor 3, phase 4, my the one hit so hard that I couldn't believe it. Like with a level 2 flood, he did like damage cap. It was I was like, wow, I've never seen this before. So your characters hit extremely hard, which is obviously what you want. So let's attack with her here. Let's attack with Melly first, and then her. So one thing I must say is that, you know, again, she will make the activity easier because your characters are hitting so hard. But it did come to the issue for me that, like, my characters are hitting so hard that I can't save cards for, like, the later phases. And that's a problem. But I guess when you're hitting so hard, it's not as big of an issue. I don't know. I was so used to, like, the preparation for the later phases that kind of caught me off guard. Let me just use her cards here. So she herself doesn't seem to hit very hard. She hits hard enough. I have a Refu Wargear attack crit, but I'm thinking I might actually remove her crit and just give her defense over attack crit, just attack defense, because she barely crits, and when she crits, like, the crit damage doesn't seem to make much of a difference compared to not critting. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and actually remove her attack crit. So if you do summon for her, I would recommend attack defense for her. So let's kill here. Yeah, just go with this. In the next turn, we're gonna open up with the melee attacks, and we're just gonna absolutely obliterate. Because melee's gonna have full passive. Yeah, melee's gonna have 2 stacks as well, because we did 3 attacks here. So melee should have 2 stacks, right? We're actually gonna take a look at melee's stats here. He's gonna have insane stats. So melee has 5 stacks of his own passive and the 2 stacks of her passive. 41,000 attack, 500k HP, plus 90%. He has 200% crit chance and 300% crit damage. 90% lifesteal. Yeah. Okay. Let's ult with melee. Then we're gonna attack with melee again. Then we can ult with DN and then ult with her, but I think that's gonna be over by that point. No, because of damage cap. Yeah, I'm actually not used to hitting damage cap on Deer because of how yeah, she hit damage cap as well there. I have her 2-6, by the way. I didn't really go so hard for her, only because I feel like her ultimate doesn't need dupes. You're not using her for the ultimate, and she's replacing my Arthur, which wasn't there for the ultimate either. So, like, she's a character that, you know, if you don't summon for her banner, and you just want to summon for her on, like, the SR tickets and randomly pull her somehow, then, like, if you pull her, like, 1-6 is more than good enough, for sure. I didn't read what else she does, because I think the passive is all that matters, but one amazing thing that they didn't shaft her on, they gave her 2 single target cards, so that she works really well with Meliodas. So that's great. They could have easily shafted her and given her, like, double AoE, just to mess with us, right? But no, they gave her 2 single targets so that she works very well with Meliodas. So okay, I'm actually looking at her cards again. This card right here that I have in hand, you can see the HP right there saying the text. This card is the same card as Red Awakened Lilia, essentially. If you know what I'm talking about, you're already gonna, you know, remember what that card does. But she does 200% on level 1, 250 level 2, and 400 level 3. And on level 1, she heals the lowest HP ally by 80% of damage dealt, which can be very helpful. Okay. I am a little concerned we're not gonna actually get... Okay, no, okay. I wanted to get her passive for next turn, but I think it would be best to actually get the one's ultimate for next turn. I don't know. But yeah, if you remember that that same card heals the ally with the least HP, and then the subsequent cards heal all allies. Level 2 by 30% of damage dealt, and level 3 by 40% damage dealt. I mean, it can be very nice, for sure. But, I don't know. Blue, red, green, blue. So the second stack comes in right away. So, like, my 4th attack here is gonna have 2 stacks, right? I'm still kind of like getting to know her passive, how the passive works. So sorry for, like, I don't know, I'm talking out of my ass. But again, we're still like, no, or maybe I am the only person here that's still like trying to understand how her passive works. Her passives are confusing, very long. And then her second card, her second single target removes buffs, which can be very helpful. It actually can. So not a bad card to have for sure. That's annoying. I don't have any DN cards. See, now I really want a character to replace DN/Matrona, because I think I'm gonna start using Scotty for this, because having a character on your team that doesn't have 2 attack cards is very annoying to play this activity, right? Very, very annoying. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start using Scotty as my red character, because I definitely don't need taunt. Like, I really don't need taunt with her on the team, and I think that's why she's here. I think like I really don't, like, here, like thankfully I got the DN ultimate, or else I'd be screwed here, right? But yeah, I probably don't need taunt anymore. So just using Scotty is probably more than good enough. But yeah. Obviously, I haven't mentioned yet, but yes, she is my new Grand Cross waifu. I think it didn't need to be said, but here we are. So her ultimate increases damage that allies do for 2 turns. I don't know how much it goes up to, like, because at 1/6 it's 7%, and it goes up to, I don't know how much. Mine is at 14% because mine is 2/6. I wonder if it goes up to like 50%. And I mean, again, that's very nice to have for sure, having the extra damage, but I don't think it's needed. I think that what she's doing, her passive, is more than, you know, enough to compensate for having like her like 1/6. So that's why I didn't really summon hard for her. I might end up summoning harder because of how she looks, let's be real. But like I didn't really feel compelled to do that because of that fact. Not because she's bad or anything. Because like you see me like 6-6ing all these characters, but like there's a lot of stuff we know is coming. Like there's a festival coming soon. There's a slime collab coming. Like I just didn't want to spend money right now because I know I'm gonna have to, you know, buy bundles for those celebrations and stuff personally because, you know, I have to summon for those characters. And festival characters are so much more expensive to get, and you know, PvP characters in general need more dupes than PvE characters because, especially here, like, again, her ultimate is not needed. And I don't need CC, right? So it's like, she is a blessing for me, honestly. Let's do this. I'll just kill here. I'm gonna just kill here. Oh, actually, I'm gonna kill with the first 3 attacks. That's actually good. Belly will have 2 stacks then. Oh wow, no, I'm gonna... Okay, never mind. Yeah, my characters just do too much damage. Okay, I got a good passive. I don't have to reset. No way. I don't have to reset. Let's do the wheel here. So red, green, blue, and then ult. So that he loses the HP buff. See, she doesn't hit very hard. I think that, you know, her cards don't actually have the highest multipliers either. I think that you can get away with using her attack defense, even at like HP defense, but I don't see why you'd give her HP, because she isn't a tank or anything. She's like a DPS character, so I think attack defense might actually be the best set for her. Because of, you know, because of that. Alright, Diane's gonna heal. But also, I think, I don't know, it's probably not the best to replace Matrona because I'm not really using very consistent healing here, right? I'm basically only healing from her card. Lifesteal, like my lifesteal is insane. You gotta keep that in mind. My lifesteal is nutty, so that's really helping me when it comes to healing, right? My lifesteal is absolutely nutty, so there's that. But I don't have any like consistent heal like as if I had Matrona. Maybe replacing Matrona isn't like the best for consistency, but yeah. 2 runs in a row I got a good passive, because on stream I didn't have to reset either when I did this run, because I got a good passive. This is the good passive, by the way. Can I see it here? Yeah, this right here is the good passive. Because the other 2 passives that he can have are absolutely like terrible. No, I don't want to taunt before. I need to remember that. I actually want to have Melly's stance there working, or buff there working. Not that it matters. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think only having the 1 buff is more than good enough, to be fair. And you know, when you're talking like having full melee passive with the whole damage reduction plus having, you know, a massive stat buff that she provides, is like your characters end up being super tanky, right? So you don't take as much damage, and then you have insane lifesteal. So I don't know. She basically makes the deer 10 times easier than it was yesterday, essentially. Let's do this. Kind of want to keep going for I mean, I'm kind of like forcing myself to get her passive when I really don't have to, actually. Okay, nice. I actually did not want to kill. Very nice. So if you only attack with 3 characters, let's say you attack with 3 and then move a card to like combine or something, then everyone keeps the 60%, which is nice. So let's go with the one's ultimate next turn. Yeah, everyone has a 60, right? Yeah, everyone does. Let's go with the one's ultimate next turn. I'll do her attack here. Let's combine cards for the end. Just waste that attack, essentially. I should have wasted the other one, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're still going to be fine anyways. Let's go DN, and then we can ult with her. That will give the one the extra damage increase. Then we ult with the one, and I'll put a taunt. If we don't kill. That is, I don't think we'll kill. No, because she didn't hit damage cap or anything. Like, legitimately, before she came out, I would rarely hit damage cap. I would maybe hit damage cap with like a melee single target level 3 or something. Like that. The deer is extremely tanky. For us to be hitting damage cap like it's nothing, it's insane. Actually, it's actually insane. Let's ult with the end just for the sake of wasting that card. Then let's waste these cards as well. Yeah, let's waste these cards. I want to have a melee single target for phase 4. Man, I'm already almost phase 4 of floor 3. That's insane. This activity takes so long to beat usually, so this is actually nutty. Okay. Let's start doing this. Really need the melee single target. And to get the one's ultimate as well would be nice. It would be very nice. No melee single target. Is DM taking damage? She is probably, right? Maybe I should have made sure that she got the buff. I think that with the defense buff, she wouldn't take damage. Matrona would have not taken damage here. Matrona doesn't take damage if you have her her blue card up, so she doesn't get her card deleted. Okay. Let's do this. I guess I'll waste this because he's gonna delete it anyways. He's going to delete it anyways, so I might as well. See, I don't know if you know this, but like her damages, the crits do basically the same amount of damage as like the regular attack. So it's, bro, I haven't got a single melee attack card. I need a melee single target, goddammit. She got the buff now. Can she tank? She can't. Okay. Yeah, Matrona, like this is the thing about Matrona, right? Yeah, this is the, actually I was talking about using Scotty, right? This is the one turn where having a taunt is very important. Bro, okay. I could really use a melee single target. And I really need for the turn that I kill him to like randomly get a DN card. Again, this is the one thing about Matrona is that if I had Matrona, I wouldn't have to worry about that. But it is what it is. Okay, she didn't take damage because now she has 2 stacks. She got the 2 defense stacks, so she didn't take damage there whatsoever. Okay, I got the DN card. I think this is the time for me to move on. I might actually just ult with her to make sure that we go. I might actually just ult with her. And then let's use 3 cards here. Should also make sure that we get the whole thing. We should kill, actually. I'm gonna guarantee that we kill, but we should kill. No, I guess not. Well. Wow. Oh, man, I forgot. He massively increases his stats every time he deletes cards. And he's been deleting a lot of the end cards. God damn it, man. Plus, obviously, he increases defense there. We're good. We're good. We're gonna remove his buffs. Might actually have to level 3 of the one. No, he doesn't. Okay, he's gonna. The one is gonna full heal. Right, the one's gonna full heal, so we don't actually have to need that. Okay, let's use this again. Like I'm actually not used to having to take this long in this phase, but because he's been deleting so many cards, he got so strong. It's okay. All right. Didn't get the one card, that's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Blue, red, green, blue. Didn't get a single melee, single target that whole time, by the way. Just want to point that out. This is the thing about Deer, man. Deer is so reliant on your RNG, it's insane. It's actually very frustrating to play this game mode. Or this boss. Finally. I mean, thank God I actually got it because I really needed it now. I don't think I want to ult much with the N here. Melee should have true stacks, right? Yeah, he does. Melee has true stacks. I am very confident Melee will hit damage cap here because of how hard it's gonna hit. We're gonna do one attack with the N. And we're gonna attack with melee. And I think that will kill. If not, I'm gonna reset the game. It's fine. But I think that will actually kill. Yeah, that will definitely kill. And this is like, I'm like, you know, being like very meticulous of how I do my cards and stuff. And this is with her making the activity more simple and easier. That's just how annoying Deer is. But she definitely makes it way easier. Like, I am not very sure if I would have, like, done it first try, no problem, with, like, Arthur or Green Galfer, because she just makes my character so much stronger. So, yeah, that's the new Whip Girl. Very good.